start.
Looks like looks like we've got some mulliganing happening here.
Oh, Kiki-Jiki's on the complete back foot as they need a sweep
on the verge
to win the finals. And all Frankenstein's need is just one match.
That's definitely going to be a tall order, but I believe I used those exact words last season as well.
When there was an upset?
When the leftovers made it happen.
Although I do think the card quality index of Frankenstein's is a lot stronger than back then.
It seems a little higher. I think a lot of the power on Kiki-Jiki's side is in Ryan's deck right here.
Oh, okay.
So I think it all starts with a win over Shaun here.
I mean, a one-lander from
looks
Shaun.
like he's
throwing it back again.
Going to 5 here, I think. So, hey, that's a start,
Looks like the other two matches are underway, though.
We might need to get some updates if one of the FNS players seems to be on the verge of taking it down. We might move the camera over there to capture that moment.
Definitely kind of peek around at how the matches are going.
Yeah.
Because you can't feel too bad about moving into 5 here when your team is only one match away from victory, right?
Yep. I feel like it's bound to happen,
At some point, yeah. I mean, we saw
0.5 times per team draft match or something. You're going to mold to 5. I don't know the exact numbers on this, but that would be my guess based on experience.
Shaun's last hand had a mana cycler, and I know he's on the draw. I would have been tempted to keep that hand, but...
Oh, the 6 had a land cycler in it?
I believe that Shaun had it. If I saw correctly, it was the 7/6, but maybe I missaw.
Ryan off to the perfect blue start here with the...
Spyglass Iron.
Yep. That thing is just terrifying to see across the board on turn 1. It's going to be...
It's more terrifying if it becomes a 2/2. In this case, it's a 1/1 flyer, so it's not the most aggressive thing that can happen, but definitely on turn 1 to play that card and it becomes a 2/2, things get a lot scarier a lot quicker, right?
Yep.
Just snowballing damage.
All right. So
Shaun
does have a nice 2-drop here.
Mm-hmm. And there's a torch in his hand.
That's step 1.
Yep. That's definitely step 1 for his
So I guess he would have preferred the Siren to pick up a counter there. To be able to torch it and get all the value in one go.
Definitely wants to I think Shaun's happy not to see a spell on top that. We'll see. So he's in attack for 3, and then follow up with a Orcish
just
Blade Master?
Brazen Blade Master.
Brazen Blade Master. I'm so bad.
Orcish.
I know what they.
Orcish Bowmaster's in the set.
Orcish.
And it's
Blade
red.
Master. I know what the cards, so I don't know the names.
Yeah, just a 3-mana 2/3.
At this point. Although if Shaun follows up with that card, the 2/1 that makes a map token.
Yep, that turns it on instantly.
Yeah, that's 2 artifacts. 4th land from Ryan.
Yeah, looks like, fortunately for Shaun, Ryan has had no follow-up to this ideal Spyglass Siren start.
He hit the optimal turn 1 play, but has not really cast anything other than that. But
pretty surprising based on how low his curve looked.
Well, I assume he drew
from
that.
what I saw.
I assume he drew this 3/3 for turn.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah.
There it is. Wow. Suddenly 7 damage coming through.
This is great because it pumps the Blade Master on attacks, but
even has the extra 1 mana up to keep the Vanguard protected.
Right. Yeah. This is great for Shaun because he has that. Yeah. Again, the second artifact to get the attack trigger going, but also has that map token available at any time to sack to this Vanguard of the Rose. So there's no real optimal block for Ryan here. I
think I've yet to see Shaun crack a map token in any of these games so far.
I don't think so either.
He's found so much utility in them.
So much more useful on board.
Yeah.
I think at some point, though...
Interesting.
Was that just a chump block?
That looked like a chump block.
That's very surprising to me because that
Ryan just has a colorless cave up.
I'm not sure what we're discussing here.
I think Shaun's asking about any potential follow-up
I think
there.
I think Ryan may have just missed that maybe he thought the Blade Master had 3 toughness.
Oof. Ouch.
But the reason why that play confused me is because depending on what he has in hand, he could just start pumping that cat to make 1/1.
Yeah,
tokens,
yeah,
right?
sure.
Which blocked the Vanguard of the Rose pretty
Yep.
properly.
Ooh, it's a cave in. That makes a little more sense.
He has only 2 caves in play though, right? So this doesn't actually
So it doesn't
do anything.
kill the.
This is just 4 mana.
It doesn't kill
trade.
anything.
No,
Wow.
this is just
Well, it
trade.
killed the cartographers, I guess, but
But
that just
that was
kept
gonna
the
die
Vanguard
anyway. I
alive.
think
Yeah.
that play just doesn't really make any sense to me.
Wow.
Because you're trading you're taking your whole turn to trade a card and your only creature for a 2/1, which the 1/1 can block, right?
So
It's not just it's not a very efficient way to use your cards. I feel like. I think what Ryan maybe should have erred on is just starting to make 1/1 tokens to block this Vanguard of the Rose.
yeah.
Although I guess like the issue is Shaun can then just start using his map tokens to try and hit a spell for that Vanguard of the Rose, make it bigger than the 1/1s.
I wonder if he thought the cave-in was going to do more as well. I could see like, just throwing away your creature on a block to save the most damage in the turn, but his 3/3 wouldn't have died to the cave-in there, so there was no reason for that
No,
either.
you're right. I think it would have been more. It may have just been better to take the 4 damage that last turn. 4 mana, or I think we need to
Ray of
five
Ruin
mana,
is
5 mana for Ray of
5.
Ruin. We're also paying a life to 5, but isn't this just lethal from Shaun's side?
That does take the most damage off the board, and then you
Ryan
die
realized
anyway.
here
Okay.
that no matter what happens, Shaun has lethal.
Wow.
Kinda-
That was a beating.
Also,
On Shaun's multi-5.
The thing is that we know that Ryan's isn't the actual cave deck in this draft because
Yeah.
a lot of the cave cards kind of ended up around the table, but Walski has some of the better payoffs, and in the Leech and Cosmium Confluence in his pool at least. So it's awkward that I don't think Ryan's like this kind of blue-white with some black cards, but Caves isn't really on theme with what those color pairs are trying to do.
Wanderglyph on 2, just like you draw it up.
Yeah, which is like perfect when you're on the draw. Just either get rid of excess lands or just try and find lands you need to cast.
Shaun has
cast spells.
made that thing look so scary
Right.
all game, or all
I think
match.
One of my issues with playing, if you don't have that many, I don't know how many caves Brian actually ended up with, but that Forgotten Cave only tapping for colorless is not super great, but this glyph is a pretty decent play on this pirate hat.
Start
attacking for 5 a turn.
The second appearance by the Wanderglyph on stream today.
I think if Ryan's going to take advantage of the game, this is how he does it. Although now this double striker with a counter from the Explorer.
Just try and trade for it.
Yep.
Potentially. He might not want to. He might feel like he can race.
I think if I was on Shaun's side, because he's on the draw this game, I would try and be a little cautious to get that glyph off the battlefield.
I would be a little scared of something like Cogwork Wrestler, though.
That's definitely a consideration. I think that's why Shaun's attacking so desperately with not desperately, but attacking with this 2/2 is just to try and find action to counteract this glyph. But a brackish blunder is going to clear the way real fast for this 5/4.
It's like we've
Shaun
got
taking
a
quick team break here.
advice break here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Frank's
like,
here.
Shaun's
maybe
like,
about a
don't
card
worry, I
interaction.
think we've got this. Yeah, the Zoetic glyph has come down in Done a nice 10 ball on Shaun, though. It's
Yeah.
a 4-turn clock.
Again, like I think this is
Starting
what
on
the,
turn
the
3.
start that Ryan needs to. This is a card that they can really take advantage of. Shaun is a very powerful creature early on that also just has more value baked in with it. So we're going to loot away this dazzling device, draw something new, put Ryan down to 16. I mean, this is an example of where a card like Petrify would be pretty powerful, right?
Yep. And we know Shaun has
Yeah.
0 copies of
It's
Petrify.
true.
We're
Oh.
jumping, we're acrobatic leaping.
Trying to make this
That's
double
gonna-
1/1 double striker
that's
into
gonna
a 2/4 double
trade.
striker.
It's going to trade, yeah.
We'll trade. Which I think Shaun
That's
is
fine.
very happy about to get this glyph off the battlefield.
Ooh,
Okay.
premium hit for sure.
It's not bad. Definitely one of the better things I think that Ryan can hit in this deck. Right. This Water Wind Scout. We're going to make a map token.
Shaun helping him out there.
I mean,
So Ryan-
if this map token hits a spell, it gets around Torch. Oh, okay. So this Captain Storm is going to make it so this Water Wind Scout can at least get around Torch, but if Shaun equips this glyph with the Torch, they'll trade off.
It also means that Ryan's going to miss a second land drop, though, and probably just have to pass it back here.
Yeah, I assume this Storm is hitting the bin for sure, right? Oh, it's gonna leave. We're gonna leave it there. Maybe we have a. One sec, I have to pair.
You're updating standings here?
I'm gonna
Okay.
pair it right now.
Roman is also running
Okay,
the
Constract
Constrapt
in the background
on the
here.
side. So he's going to fire off the next round for them. Ooh, so Ryan did actually have a play here. And he actually does get to guarantee his next land drop,
I see.
which is definitely very
Wait,
nice.
did he shuffle away the Captain Storm though?
He did, yeah, you're right.
I guess he just wants that. I mean, it guarantees
I mean,
land.
better in his deck than in his grave, I guess, is the idea. We're going to get the first strike going here.
But Ancestor
Keep the
Aid.
Wander Glyph alive. Make it treasure.
I mean, that's fine. You're training out the gnome for the combat trick, and then you're still
Oh,
ensuring
yeah.
your next land drop.
Totally fine for Ryan, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. 3 mana. Whoa.
Brazen Blade
Yeah, we have a
Master,
4/4 coming back
which
into play here.
will be turned on next turn when it attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan comes in for 3.
Shaun goes down to 7 here. And Ryan at 16. I mean, Shaun's cracking back here for 6 next turn. Just a pass from Ryan.
Okay.
Are we going to see another brackish blunder here, perhaps, or some sort of removal spell and maybe an abrade? All right, Torch hits the battlefield. Clips up the Blade Master. Well, I might be interested in putting it on the glyph to diversify kind of the power on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if Ryan has some sort of terminate, but it looks like he's going to. Yep, there's the brain.
So just the Wander Glyph attacking now.
Yeah, I guess we went to
We're
combat.
rummaging away.
Attacking for 2, putting Ryan to 14, doing some looting action. We're going to suit up that glyph with the torch. Cast another torch. And, oh, interesting.
And not equip it.
I wonder why we're keeping up mana here.
Representing the
Oh,
acrobatic leap again, I guess.
No, he has a.
Oh, he has a treasure as well.
The
Yeah.
treasure. He has a lodestone needle.
Hmm?
He can cast his lodestone needle now.
Ooh, okay.
So that's a pretty good way to try and out tempo
So
Ryan here.
I'm sure we'll see that before combat here.
Mhm.
He's tapping for life here. He's got a 5-drop to Ray of Ruin. Okay.
Okay. Ray of Ruin this glyph.
I mean, that feels pretty bad, right? Using your 5 5 mana removal.
I
and
mean, I think that because Shaun has these tortures in play, just getting the creatures out of play is totally fine.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was wrong.
No.
I said it feels bad. Okay, we're going to discover Sunborn.
Oh, Sunborn.
Gosh.
Yeah. That might just be a game
Shaun was,
play right there.
I guess, scolding us for
yeah.
being impressed by the play, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know if he was talking to his teammates or us.
I think it was us.
Oof. I mean, you can just you can tap the torches and also have them equipped to deal 4 damage to face, right?
Yep.
Or just shoot down this 3/3.
There's our first appearance of the Tomb Raider, which I really...
Sadly, just a 1/2.
It's only a 1/2. I really thought those things were going to take over this match, but it's been a total non-issue.
Raptor. Here is a torch. Here's another
2
torch.
torches.
I assume we're going to be punching down at least
the Tomb Raider, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Shaun
All right, we're
ordering
going to tap both these torches.
ordering his triggers again to discover
Discover
first. Gonna get a Vanguard of the
Vanguard
Rose.
Oof.
Now we're going to
Double torch. Hit
double
the 3/3.
torch.
Still crashing in for 4. Ryan goes to 9. Land dropping.
We could be seeing the beginning of the end here.
Definitely could be.
How many caves does Ryan have for this calamitous cave
for a
end?
cave in? I mean, he only has
He's
2.
got 2.
The issue is this Vanguard of the Rose just sacrifices... Well, it doesn't even kill anything on... It only kills the Vanguard.
Land
So
go.
land pass.
So we're looking at 7 at least here.
8.
We're going to discover. Tapping those 2, yeah. Put another 2-1 into play.
I assume we're not going to look for any sort of land here. So we're attacking for
Remember,
8.
I doubt that Ryan's going to be playing an instant here, since it would be dealing 4 to him.
Oh, I guess... Oh, I see. Shaun wants the island to flip that lodestone needle. Only 14 cards left in Shaun's deck.
Yeah, it's crazy how well he's been able...
Yeah, I mean, that glyph, how many cards did it loot away this game? At least 3?
2 or 3, I think?
I think minimum 3.
Throw in a couple of discovers and...
Yeah, I assume Ryan here, I don't know what his last card hand is, but I assume that he's chumping here to soak up some damage. I mean, a cave-in doesn't get him anywhere close out of this mess. I don't know what he can really help to draw. I mean, even if he could cast a Brine Fang here, I don't think that's even going to come close to mattering. I mean, with Shaun at 7 and this Waterwind Scout only at 3 power, I'm trying to think of a way that... Oh.
And we're going to follow it up with a Rumbling Rock Slide.
That has to be... This just has to be end of the entire match here.
All right, that's going to do it.
All right.
That's going to do it. Frank and Sons is our Lost Caverns of Ixalan Team Draft LA champions, completing their perfect season.
Yeah, congratulations to them.